So here we go. She's doing her stretches, and we're about to get ready for the second phase of this video series. I still don't know if I'm gonna make a third one going over any questions, or I might make some extra ones with some of the tutorials for functions that are a little bit harder to figure out if you don't know any Japanese. But I'll try to break down the last two functions, the main functions that Hikari has, and then we can go from there. Hopefully, this is helping someone out. so, so now I went ahead and enabled the leave mode. I told her I'm going to leave in about a minute or so. Um, so you have your morning mode, and then you have this one set up usually when you're about to leave the house. Uh, Once it hits that mark, you can actually have her control some of the appliances and electronics in your house as well, and tell her, hey, I'm about to leave. When I leave, cut off this stuff or cut on this stuff for me, and she'll perform that for you. One thing I have noticed is that if she's just sitting idle for a while, if it's around the time you should be in the house, there's really no standby, or she doesn't go into standby that often unless you leave her for an extended amount of time. Uh, she'll just go kind of into little animations and cycle through them. Once in a while, she'll actually say something, but she should be about to tell me. So it looks like it's about time to leave. And she'll remind me that it's time to leave and that I shouldn't be late. So now she's saying that it's time to leave. It's about time to leave. So she's waiting for me to hit the button and say that I'm about to leave. So then you just hit the little touch button. Itekimasu. And now she kind of looks for you to leave. So if you see a lot of movement, then she won't actually think you're gone, and she'll stay there and wait until you kind of leave. And then after that, it'll go into the sleep mode when she kind of disappears. At that point, it's kind of in a standby mode, and then you talk to her through the actual app. So you have a time you're supposed to come back, and what happens is you can actually text her. It's not really texting because all you can do is say, you can send her schedule updates, like the schedule's going to update a certain way, or you can actually send her some some decided messages. So there's a, I'm about to return now, I'm going to be a little bit later, or I forget what the third option is, but you can actually send it to her. So when you're about to leave, you tell her, hey, I'm on my way to come back. And then she goes into another little search mode. So now I've kind of sent her the message that I'm about to return back home pretty soon. And now she would go into the, so now she's looking for me already. She would cut on the lights. So this is especially for people that live by themselves. It's kind of nice to have the lights on when you come back and have somebody waiting for you. So I guess that's the whole thought process behind it. But you'd get into your coming back mode. So your lights could get cut on, your coffee pot, your AC or whatever can get cut on and get the room ready for you. And now she's waiting for you. As soon as you come in, she'll see movement. Now she's saying, I thought I saw something. Tadaima. So that's kind of the third mode. It's coming back, and now she's welcoming you back, and now she goes into the animations and just basically hanging out in her pod, unless you call her up or anything like that. So now I'm trying to trigger the sleep mode. Um, Usually before, a little bit before you actually have, I'm gonna go to sleep, she goes into a prep mode, which is pretty funny. So let's see if I can trigger that without cutting anything off. So it looks. So now she's saying she's gonna go jump in the bath. Hilarious. So this is about a couple minutes before the set nighttime. I've had it so that it's switched to this mode, or started in this mode at least, about half an hour before I set the time, or it kind of varies. So now she's saying there was some nice hot water that she took her bath in. And now she's in her pajamas. So she'll be in that mode until it's nighttime, which should be in a couple more minutes the way I have everything set up right now. And then you kind of do your good nights, and then she can cut off all of the electronics you've let her control. All in all, it's a pretty cool little machine. Uh, I would compare it to kind of an Aibo, except you don't have the robot dog crawling around the house and having to be recharged every couple of hours. I have looked into one of those though, but maybe one day I'll save up enough and actually pick up one of those, and that could be another little breakdown. But uh, it's a fun little entertainment tool, I guess. It's just basically a little character you live with. They actually have Miku being released next month, I believe for free, hopefully. There's a lot more little upgrades they could add to this. Like, I believe in the PV, the promotional video, they showed being able to send items to her, or send clothes, maybe change her outfits, and do a little bit more conversation inside of the app. Right now, you can really only just say, hey, I'm leaving, or I'm returning back now, I'm going to be a little bit late, or I'm going to be really late, I believe is the third option. So it'd be nice to have a little bit more of choice to what you can tell her, because you can't really chat to her yet. Uh, I'd also like a lot more Google Home integration. You have to actually use your Android account or your Google account to log in to it, and then it's set up on your house network. So it'd be nice if it could kind of control all of the things my Google Home can control, uh, and a little bit more options for the programming side. But this is a nice start. Hopefully, they can add more apps and stuff that you can sideload and give her more power or play around with her a little bit more. But looks like she's going into Oyasumi. So, saying, hey, it's time to go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. So, Oyasumi. And then she goes to sleep. So, and then eventually she goes back to her other dimension, or however they call it. But it's a pretty little gadget, pretty cool little gadget. Looks kind of really high tech with the lights and the accents. I still need to figure out where I'm going to stick her in my place, and try to teach her a couple of my electronics, maybe at least the TV, so she can control that. I also wish you could just use voice commands kind of like you can with Google. Be like, okay, Google, okay, Hikari, and then give her some commands on stuff to do. But there's a lot of room for growth. Hopefully, they add more, keep adding more to it. Uh, they respond really quickly to things. And I also still haven't gotten the CD, which they said that should have been in the boxes. And they're going to send that out to everybody separately, since it didn't get into some of the boxes. I believe they said it's only like licensing information and things like that, though. But it's a fun little toy. I guess, once again, I'm Super Jolly Mac, trying my hand at making little reviews and tutorials, especially for this one. If you don't have, it doesn't require that much Japanese knowledge, maybe the basic greetings and things like that, which most people should be able to pick up on pretty quickly. Other than that, some of the setup does take a little bit more kana and kanji, and Japanese knowledge would be good. Some of the menus there are in English, so it's not as hard to get around in the app. But if there's any interest in maybe putting together a tutorial on setting it up, let me know. Maybe that's something I can look into doing, or shoot me an email, superjollymac@gmail.com. I should be able to answer pretty quickly, or I'm on a couple of the Reddit pages. But I think that's it for now. Good luck with everybody. Hope you're enjoying Hikari and looking forward to Miku.